Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial, pardon me, we are going to be working on this adorable little butterfly. You can use this as an applique, you can use these as magnets. I actually glued magnets to the back of these from my mom. So the whole story with this is short and sweet. I seen this at my mom's house. I asked her if I could borrow it to recreate a butterfly magnet for you guys for a tutorial, and this is what I came up with. So, what are you going to need? Let me get all this out of the way here. All right, you are going to need any scrap 4-weight yarn. So here's just an example of what I use. Actually, every one of those butterflies is Red Heart Super Saver. This is medium purple, and then we have white. So any 4-weight yarn will work. And then a 6mm crochet hook, and of course scissors to weave in your, scissors, needle to weave in your ends, and then you are going to need a 12-inch pipe cleaner. I actually used all of mine, but I've got a little a little piece I cut off. And then if you want, you don't need these. These are little creature antennas I got from Amazon. You can I didn't mean for that to happen. You can see this is what they look like after they're glued on. I thought when I bought these that they were opposable, like you could bend them however you want to. They're not. They're just kind of floppy. Hindsight, I probably would have found something else, but they're going to get the job done. The reason I actually ordered those was because whenever I was making this one, see how this one's all messed up? I wanted something more like this, but I don't know. That's all right. No big deal. Okay, then you're going to need, I use E6000. I love this glue for projects that I'm crocheting because it works great. You can hot glue it. Just keep in mind that after time, hot glue can be ripped from crochet work. It's quite easy. Anywho, then the next thing, if you choose to, a little magnets that you can glue to the back of your butterfly. I'll put a link in the description box for the ones that I used. Just those are ones that I've had laying around for Lord only knows how long I've had those. And then the last thing that I can think of off the top of my head that you will need, or I guess it's not necessary, I use fabric tack or fabric fix. This is what I use for attaching these little antenna. You don't have to use that. You could use the E6000. Not a huge deal. And that is it. That is all the supplies you're going to need. So get everything together and let's get started. Alrighty, to get started, let's get a slip knot on our hook. And of course, as always, make sure you have plenty of tail to weave in. And we're going to start with a chain of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring that down, slip stitch to the first chain. Pull that tail tight to tighten down that chain you slip stitched in. And to start row 1, gotta get me some slack here, we're going to start with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go into your ring, and we're going to work 2 treble. So yarn over twice, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Again. All right, now we're going to work 2 double. 1 and 2. And now we're going to work 2 treble. 1 and 2. Sorry about that. I had to pull out a bunch of slack. Okay. We have chain 4, 1, 2 treble, 2 double, 2 treble. Now we're going to chain 3, come down and slip stitch into our ring. And now we're going to chain 3. I'm going to scooch that over. And we're going to go back into the ring with 2 treble. 1, 2, 2 double, and then 3 treble. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that is the end of row 1 or round 1, and you can kind of see our butterfly shape already. So we have this chain 4 counts as a treble. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches here, a chain 3, come down, slip stitch, chain 3 to come back up, 1, 2 treble, 2 double, 3 treble. And that is the end of row 1. And we are going to move on to row 2 by chaining 1, 2, 3, turn, double crochet into that very first double. And double crochet into the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1, double crochet into the very next stitch. And then we're going to half double crochet into that next. You may need to turn your work so you can see the top of it. Work a half double crochet into there. Now we're going to chain 1, and you can see your next stitches is the chain right here. Go right around that chain, so into the chain 3 space right here, or around the chain 3, whatever you need to say that is going to help you understand what to do. So some people would say slip stitch into the chain 3 space, and some people would say slip stitch around the chain 3. So I'm going to say work that half double, chain 1, slip stitch around that chain 3, chain 1, jump over to the next chain 3 and slip stitch around that, chain 1, and now if you need to, turn your work so you can see the top of your first stitch right here, or if you just follow the post up, we're going to half double crochet into there, double crochet into the next, chain 1, double crochet into the next 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then into the top of the chain 4 right here, we're going to work 2 double crochet. So right into the top of that chain, 1 and 2. All right, now we are going to chain 1, pull up a loop, and fasten off. So pull that, and then pull this down just a tad bit. We don't want to fully close that yet. But this is what your piece should be looking like. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a chain 1, 1, 2, chain, slip stitch, chain, another chain, and then half double, double, chain 1, double, 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 that beginning chain 3, and one more double. Okay, so you can weave in your ends now if you'd like to. I'm not going to. I'm going to wait till the end, just because it makes it a little easier. But, so once you get finished, and if you want to weave in your ends, go ahead, and then get your border color. So, like for this one, the border is black, and then, you know, for this one, the border is white. For this one, I'm going to work orange. I want to see what a green and orange butterfly would look like. So grab your border color and get a slip knot, and of course plenty of tail, and we are going to, with the last row that you worked, so row 2, all those double crochets should be facing you, go ahead and turn your work and attach your new color into the very last double crochet of row 2. So the very last double that you worked into, attach with a slip stitch, chain 1. I'm going to pull that tail to the side. Okay, I need to turn my pattern page real quick. Hold on just a second. Alright, so now we are going to chain 1 more. So we have a chain of 2 right here. So this is going to count as, technically it's a double. I work the chain 3, and the chain 3 sticks out too far, like it kind of like bows out a little bit, and I don't like that. Depending on your tension, the yarn you're using, and all that, it may work for you if you do the chain 3. I'm just going to go ahead and, well, you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you exactly what it does when I work the chain 3 instead of a chain 2. So 1, 2, 3. It's supposed to count as a double, right? So then you go right back into the same double crochet we attached to with 2 more doubles. So 1 and 2. See how much that bows out on my chain 3? I just think it looks so much better if I just work a chain 2. So I popped one of those chains out, and I'm going to go right back in there with 2 double. There, see how it doesn't pop out near as far? Alright, regardless of whatever you want to do, work the chain 3 or the chain 2, go right back in there with 2 more double crochets. We're going to double crochet into the next double, or the next stitch I should say, and into the next stitch. So double into that one, and then double into this one. Now into the next stitch, we're going to work 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2, 2. Into the next stitch, we're going to work a half double. Into the next stitch, we're going to work a single. And I can already tell this butterfly is going to make me think of back when I was growing up, Nickelodeon colors. This is what I already see. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work what I call a long half double crochet. And we are going to work it between the 5th and the 6th stitch from row 1. So what we're going to do is count. We're going to count that as the first stitch, this chain right here. So 1, it's actually a chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to go right between these 2 stitches. So yarn over, go in, and then come to the back, grab your loop, and then just pull that up a bit, just like that. And then go ahead and yarn over and pull through all 3 of your loops. And then adjust it however you want to. And that's how I work that long double crochet. All right, into the very next stitch. So if you want to, just pull that over. You can see there's our chain. And here is the top of our next stitch right there. It's a little long. That's our half double crochet. It's a little long, the top of it is, so it should be a little easier to see. We're going to go right into that with 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. Into the next stitch. So turn that if you need to. See how it's a little smaller right there? Go into that next stitch with a single, chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go right back in there with a slip stitch. Chain 1, pull up a loop, and fasten off. We are done with this side of our butterfly. Look how pretty that looks. All right, so now here's where we just fastened off. So we're going to jump to this next, to the side over here. And what I want you to do is find that chain 1 space right there. Get your fingers in there and wiggle that chain 1 space open so you can see it. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get my yarn on my hook with a slip knot. Plenty of tail to weave in. And what I want you to do is find that chain 1 space and count to the second stitch to the right. So I've got my chain 1 space right here, right? And I'm going to count 1, 2 to the right of my chain 1 space, and I'm going to attach into that stitch right there. Right in there. So attach with a slip stitch. I'm going to scooch that over, pull my tail tight, and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back down in there into the same stitch and work a single. All right. All right, we are going to work 2 single crochet into the next stitch. 1 and 2. Okay, so now we're to the chain 1 space, so we're going to work that long half double between the 5th and the 6th stitch from row 1. So I'm going to come down and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So just pull that apart a little bit so you can see it pretty well. I'm going to yarn over, go in, grab my loop, pull it to the front, and then just pull up on it a bit. And then yarn over, pull through my 3 loops. And there's that long stitch. All right, now I'm going to find my next stitch. So if I need to turn my work so I can see the top of it, we're going to work a single crochet, half double into the next, 2 half double into the next, 1 and 2, and get some slack. Double crochet into the next 2, 1 and 2, and then into the top of this chain 3 we're going to work 3 double crochet. So right here I'm going to go right into the top of that chain and work 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, pull up a loop, and cut. And the crocheting part of our butterfly is done. So now I'm going to weave in my ends. I'm going to do the majority. I'm trying to grab a needle, sorry. I'm going to do the majority of the weaving in of my ends off camera, but there is one end I want to show you. So the front of our butterfly is going to be the last row, the orange on here, our border color, those stitches facing us. That is the front of our butterfly, okay? So I'm going to turn my butterfly over. This tail, this very beginning tail right here, I want to show you with weaving that in. We don't want to form a circle, right? See how it's how it's shaped right now, kind of like an oval right here? we want to keep that shape. So what I'm going to do is take my end and I am going to pull it just a tad bit, making sure I still got that shape. And usually whenever you weave in your center tail, you know, you want to continue the way that your yarn is going. So you can tell that my tail is coming from right here. So that means my tail went all the way around, and I normally would finish it off by going back through here again, pull it tight, and then bring it back a few stitches and cut. But that makes a circle, right? We don't want that. We want this teardrop shape or an oval shape. So instead of continuing it around, I'm just going to skip a couple of strands and bring it back. All right, sorry about that. So I'm going to bring it back, bring it through some stitches, pull it through, and then do that one more time. Skip a few strands, come through, there we go. Pull that, and then cut. Now that pipe cleaner, and then if you want to put a magnet on there, totally up to you. You don't have to put a magnet on there, but if you do, when you glue that magnet down, it'll reinforce that shape and keep that shape. All right, so I am going to pause my video, get my ends weaved in, and when we come back, we're going to have a special guest help us with the pipe cleaner part. All right, I will be right back. All right, so I've got all those ends weaved in, and I've got Jalen here to show you how to work this pipe cleaner body. And if that's not what you want to do, and once Jalen's done, I'm going to show you how I do the, well, I got to cut these ends, but show you how I do the different body. All right, Jalen, take it away.
So you want to take the tip of it and bend it over as much as you can. And then you want to fold it 2 to 3 times, maybe 4.
Are you folding it or rolling it?
Rolling it.
Rolling it, okay.
Maybe that, if you want that. And then take it and bend it down and fix it if you want to.
So make like a 90-degree turn?
Yeah. Kind of roll it more. And you take it, put it on the top, put it on the bottom, whichever one. Hold it. You think that's long enough? That's probably long enough. Bend it upwards.
You make it look so easy, but when you're showing me, you're...
I know. I know. And you want to wrap it once, maybe twice.
Around the little head.
Around the little head.
Yeah. Okay. And then bring it...
I just do once.
Okay. And then bring it to the back.
Yep. Squish it down. And of course you could take this and kind of hide it. Shape it. Like that. You take it and cut the back off.
You make that look so much easier.
And then bend it down. Like that. So don't poke anybody or anything. Fix the head.
Ah, that looks cute. Good job. All right, show them another one. One more.
Do you want me to twist the butt?
No. Well, I don't know.
I don't know if that'd look good or not.
Go a little bit slower and show it.
Bend it down.
So you're just kinking it right there so you can have a base to start rolling with, right?
Yep. Fold it over.
And then just start rolling.
Roll it. 3, maybe 4 times. Whichever size you want. Like that. Hold it like that and take it and bend it.
Make a 90-degree turn. All right.
Put it on the front or the back.
Make it level with the top of the butterfly right here, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, how far are you coming off the bottom right here?
About...
Let's measure that. Go ahead and do it like you normally would.
Halfway down the wing.
So from the butterfly to your finger is about a 1/2 inch?
Yeah.
To your fingernail, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say my finger. Not so much. Fold it upwards. And try and make it even behind each other so that way it doesn't look folded weird.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
And take it and wrap it around the head. Again, you can just adjust the head however you want. So where you can see it, where you can't see it. So it'd look like that. push it towards the back some more.
Your long fingernails sure come in
Yeah,
handy.
I know. And you cut it as close as you can. That flew.
Mm-hmm.
You take it and fold it over again, like that. Pinch it, and you can adjust it however you want. Make the head a little bit bigger, make it smaller, make it hide more. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you, Jalen Rose. Everybody give Jalen a round of applause. Jalen's first tutorial. This is my 18-year-old daughter, in case you guys were wondering. All right. Thank you, Jalen.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now that Jalen showed us how to do those butterfly body and heads, let me go ahead and show you how I do them. So what I do is I take my black pipe cleaner, bring the two ends together, and then kind of pull at the bottom right there. Insert your butterfly, and then I hold these little chain fives right here. I hold them, pull that up a bit. Well, once I have a hold at the top, pull it up a bit, pinch it, give these two ends a twist so it holds this part tight right there. And then I just kind of curl a little bit at the top and then snip off about right there. And then I just kind of get them to curl a little bit. Actually, hold on just a second. All right, I changed my mind. What I'm going to do is take my pencil and then come to the tip and then hold it and twist my pencil until it makes a little loop right there. Come to this side, hold it, twist it around my pencil, and there you go. Perfect. All right, so now once you get all of your butterflies done, you can either use them as an applique or you can glue a magnet on the back of it. So I have a little circle magnet right here, and what I'm gonna do is turn my body over. Again, remember the front of the body is, let me show you this one, is this last round, the stitches are facing us. Okay. So turn your piece over, and I'm going to take my magnet and I'm going to use my E6000. Oh, that's hard to open. And I am just going to put a big old dollop on my magnet. Put that on there. And I'm going to let that dry probably till tomorrow. I got some more coming out of my little thing. There we go. Let that dry till overnight. And there you go. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and finish the rest of my butterfly. Well, I've got this one to finish. So I'm going to finish this one. And I'm going to glue magnets on the back of these because these are actually for my mom. And I will be right back and I'll show you guys a completely finished product. Okay, I am back. It is the next day and I have got all of these glued on. And then I went ahead and added some fabric tack. And I glued on these little antennae that I got from Amazon. I'll links in the description box for them. I will have to say when I ordered them, I thought they were like bendy, like you could bend them however you want. They're not exactly like that. So I'm going to totally leave it up to you whether you want to use these or not. Not a big deal if you don't. I honestly am not a huge fan of them, but that's all right. Anyway, here you go. Here is all of your finished butterflies. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss what's next. Let me know what you guys think of this tutorial, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.